Hey, welcome to this third or second Protoss versus Protoss game. Certainly, there's been no shortage of Protoss in my recent games with Pikachu. On the other hand, however, those past two victories that I was able to win against Pikachu's brother, this is the real Pikachu. He is, I think he's ranked 12, 12 or 13 in the Gold League. So he definitely outclasses me. At this point, I don't think I had even completed my placement matches, but it's going to be a Protoss versus Protoss. And unfortunately for Pikachu's brother, he's not able to redeem himself. I was not able to play him a third time, so instead I'm going to go up against, once again, the actual Pikachu. These two probes brushing shoulders as they head towards the enemy base. I'm not going for a wall off, and as I look back on this game, I'm simply more comfortable walling off with my Protoss play. You see a lot of high level Protoss players just building around their mineral line, but I'm not as comfortable doing that as I am simply making a choke at my front door, which is what Pikachu seems to be doing. Pikachu, this being the genuine article, he specializes in Protoss. He doesn't play anything else, so we're going to see his A game certainly. He's actually forcing my probe to retreat, but I'm not succumbing just yet. I'm going to be trying to do some additional scouting at Orange's base. Orange, likewise, is still looking around my base. He's not seeing that I'm getting any gas. He's going to see this first assimilator going down. But yeah, once again, I have a nasty habit of getting my assimilator before my gateway. I need to really shake that habit. Um, Not getting my gateway here, preventing entry to this side of my mineral line. Once again, though, I don't think I'm as comfortable making this SimCity as I am making a SimCity here at my real front door. Chrono boosting that initial zealot, probably going to force away my probe. If I don't micro this probe away soon enough, it's going to go down to those warp blades. Yeah, I'm probably sacrificing this probe by sending it deeper into Pikachu's base. Going to see that double gateway, going to see that assimilator. Um, I mean, if because I got such an early gas, I'm actually impeding the gas harvesting a little bit here with this gateway placement. But because I got that early gas and because it was so early, I should probably make some stalkers and get that early cybernetics core just to make that somewhat beneficial for me. Pikachu seems content to pump out a dedicated zealot army. He's going to have a total of 4 zealots pretty soon, and he's actually moving out with them. He's testing to see just how amateur his opponent is. I mean, right now, amateur would be a good word to describe me. I have no combat units in play. I'm getting a cybernetics core. I'm macroing far too much. This is what I did against Max, Pikachu's brother, and I was able to pull it off simply because uh, Pikachu's brother did not rush me. But in this case, he's got 2 zealots on the way, and I see these coming just now because they're being tailed. Or sorry, these zealots are tailing my probe. Chrono boosting a stalker of my own, actually a couple stalkers. So I mean, it's going to be really close. I need to get these stalkers out very quick, and even then, it's going to require a lot of micro to take down these zealots. Chrono boosting now the warp gate upgrade. These zealots are trying to decide where to enter. They're probably going to focus down this pylon node, heading even farther north. My first stalker is in play, but there are 4 zealots in my base, and it's not looking good for me at all. Right now, actually, this stalker seems to be backed into a corner, trying to use a couple probes to fend off these zealots. I have 2 stalkers now. They need to be focus firing a little bit better. This stalker not going down very quick at all. There he finally drops. Forced to pull probes off the line to take down the zealot. Right, that zealot gets an additional probe kill before he falls. That stalker going down. So now I have 3 zealots running rapid in my base. Very bush league by Rapt. Pikachu really doing a very nice harass with these zealots. He left that pylon up with 25 health. That is going to fall right now. I have a zealot of my own. That zealot coming out just before my gateway becomes unpowered. So now the cybernetics core, this forge and this gateway is completely unpowered. Um, Actually, this probe here making a proximity pylon outside my base, so an excellent reaction from Pikachu, keeping up the pressure, being very aggressive when I am in fact in a very defensive position. I need to throw up a pylon here to try to power these buildings back up. This stalker will finally kill all these zealots. It has 3 kills, so his micro was superior compared to his brethren, which were not able to hold the line. And switching to income, you can see for yourselves, there's a huge difference in the quality of play from these Protoss players. Actually, Pikachu even has a Void Ray in play, so he, even while microing these zealots pretty exceptionally, able to take down all of those probes. Not only has he made this proximity pylon, but he's also got a Void Ray almost half completed. This zealot was just a scout my base more than anything. He's going to see that there's not much resistance. There's not much I can do right now considering my worker count has been dropped to 6. It's essentially like I was forced to rebuild all my workers as if the game was reset. So I only have these 2 stalkers in play. Uh, Orange has the superior army size, but I think he's just waiting to warp in more units from this proximity pylon. And once he can do that, there truly will be no chance for me. Yeah, and you can see getting those stupid early assimilators. They was in fact stupid because right now I've got, what's the cost for assimilators? I think it's about 75 minerals. So I've got all those minerals are put to waste in the early game instead of making the combat units that I needed to deter Pikachu's rush. Transforming these 2 warp gates into, sorry, the 2 gateways into warp gates. It's not going to matter that much. That same pylon, not very well placed, going down, unpowering all those units, and really, I don't have any choice but to take a good game out of this. This photon cannon does come into play, but it's unpowered yet again. I'm trying to create this pylon. If this pylon goes up, I might have a chance, but I think 3 stalkers and 2 zealots, 1 zealot actually should be able to DPS this photon cannon. Now these 2 Void Rays have come into play, and truly I was outclassed by this Protoss player. Let this be a cautionary tale to any StarCraft 2 players that may be watching this. Observe the build order of Pikachu and compare it to mine. Note that I placed an assimilator far too early. I don't think it makes any sense to place an assimilator before your gateway. But anyway, this was an instance of a gold league Protoss player completely outclassing myself. So thanks for watching, people, and look to my channel for some decent skill level games in the future. Be easy.